Welcome back to Sign Language Worship. We are back after a summer break with some more songs for us all to learn how to sign together. So I hope you guys had a really lovely, restful summer. Unfortunately, our summer was not so hot. I won't give you all the details, but we ended up leaving the church that we've been attending for 14 years. So such a tearful summer. And I wasn't feeling super motivated to get back into the sign language worship routine because my heart was so wounded. But, through it all, I know that God is good. So we are back with more, and we are just believing God will work in our family's future and we will find a new place to call home. But in the meantime, today we're going to be learning how to sign Firm Foundation by Cody Carnes, right? When everything around us is shaking, we can put our faith in Jesus. He is steadfast, he is there, and we can count on him. So let's learn how to sign that together. Okay, so if this is your first time here, remember that I am left-handed. That means if you are right-handed, you're going to mirror my signs. If you look below the video in the description, there is a link to print off the lyrics. And last but not least, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so how does this start? With he won't. Pointing to God, he, and then won't, you're making a letter A. So your thumb is at the top of your fingers and you're kind of throwing it over your shoulder. Okay? He won't. He won't. Now, the first he won't happens within the first second. So probably I'm not going to sign it. But you'll know how to do it. Okay? So he won't. He won't. Christ is my firm foundation. So for Christ, you're making a C. You're going to do it from your shoulder here down to your hip. Okay? Christ is my, and then firm is like strong. Show those muscles, right? Strong, and then foundation. You're going to have your non-dominant arm like this, and you're showing underneath, right? Underneath, it is a firm foundation. Okay? So it's fist, fist. So, he won't, Christ is my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand. Okay, so we're going to say he, pointing to God in heaven, the rock. Okay, so two fists on top of one another, the rock where. Okay, take that index finger and wiggle it a bit, where I stand. Okay, taking your dominant hand, you're going to stand on your non-dominant palm. Okay, and then when everything around me is shaking, when you're going to take your dominant index finger, go around your non-dominant and touch it. Okay, when everything, so every is like that, everything, okay? So everything around, okay? It's around me is shaking, okay? And everything is around me shaking. I've never been more glad. So we're just going to say when everything around me is shaking that I'm happy. So I am. So you have a bent hand position. I am happy, okay? I'm glad. So when everything is around me shaken, I am glad. Let's try that from the top. He won't. Christ is my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand when everything around me is shaking. I have never been more glad. I am happy. Okay, so I put my faith in Jesus. So I, pointing to yourself, you can say have faith, or you can just go straight to faith. So faith, you're supposed to touch here and then come down into an F. When I first learned it, and I can't break the habit, I start with an F up here and come down, but you should just have an index finger and come down, okay? Faith. So I put my faith in Jesus, or you can just say faith Jesus, okay? Faith in Jesus. He never let me down. Okay, so we're going to say that he never let go of us. So he never, so like the top of a question mark, he never let go. Okay, he never let go of us, of me. Okay, so he never let go of me. He never let go of me. A couple more lines, guys. We're just about there. He's faithful through generations. He is faithful. So faith is just to touch it once, and then faithful, you kind of tap it twice. He is faithful through. Okay, so cut your hand through, and then generations, hand over hand, generations. He's faithful through generations. So why would he fail now? We're going to say, will he fail now? So will is a handout, kind of in the future. Will he fail? So for that, you're making a V with your dominant hand, palm up, going across your non-dominant hand. Will he fail now? And that's a question. So then you have your little X finger. And make sure you raise your eyebrows. It's a question. Will he fail now? You guys already know the answer. He won't. He won't. Okay? Let's practice that from the top. Practice that from the top. He won't. He won't. Christ is my firm foundation, the rock where I stand, on which I stand, when everything around me is shaken. I've never been more glad. So I am happy. So I put my faith in Jesus. He will never let me down. He's never going to let go of me. He's faithful through generations. So will he fail now? He won't. He won't. Okay, let's practice that one more time. Okay, one more time. He won't. He won't. Christ is my firm foundation, the rock where I stand, on which I stand, when everything around me is shaken. I have never been more glad. Okay, so I put my faith in Jesus. He never let me down. He's faithful through generations. So will he fail now? He won't. He won't. Okay, do you want to practice that one more time? I don't believe I ever described will he fail now. The now is wise, pulling them down in front of you, palms facing in. Now, okay? I don't think I described that sign for you. Okay. Guys, I like it so much. We'll do it one more time. One more time of practice, okay? He won't. He won't. Christ is my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand when everything around me is shaken. I have never been more glad. I am happy that I put my faith in Jesus. He has never let me down. He's faithful through generations. So, will he fail now? He won't. He won't. Okay? Practice that as many times as you need to. And when you're ready, I'll see you in the next video to learn the next verse. Bye.